haven't made a video since my brother passed away, and I don't have anything written down, so please just bear with me here. I just want to speak to you from the heart. I want to start by saying thank you to everybody who has shown love to my family over these last several months. Baylor University, President Livingstone, Baylor football, the local communities, basically all of Henderson County. Thank you guys for basically wrapping us up in a blanket of love and really just being there during the most difficult time in my life. It hit me like a ton of bricks because this is not just a family member, it's not just a brother, this was a mentor for me, a friend, somebody who's only a couple of years older than me, so we walked through life together. We went to the same colleges, we lived together, we both played college football on the same team. We've always shared so many of these experiences that we've been through, and it's tough when you talk to somebody every day of your life and then they're just gone. So I'm still adjusting to that reality, but I can honestly say today I am at least a part of the real world again. I had gone through this stage where I was a recluse and I was basically alone all the time, minus the conversations that I'd have with family. I was just in this dark place where I was having these internal battles of hope and fear because my grief manifested itself in that way. I would be hopeful one second and paralyzed by fear the next. I was hopeful that one day, because other people have gone through this and made it through, that I could smile again. And then I'd be afraid that somehow that smile minimized the love that I have for my brother. I think about the hope that I have to have a family one day, get married and have some kids. But then I'd be afraid because now I have to do this without one of my best men. And so I do this dance every day, and I would basically lay in bed, not want to move. I'd go through the motions of going to work, but you gotta come home at some point. And so there were many nights, and I know this is not gonna be tough or strong or projecting the right image, but I'd cry myself to sleep for many, many, many nights. And it took a while, but thanks to this wonderful ecosystem of family and friends that I have around me, I was able to be pulled back into the real world. Over the last several weeks, I've started watching sports again. I've gone to a Baylor football game. I've experienced things, and because I have been in this constant state of processing and adjusting, I have been able to learn a few things. One of the things I've learned is the importance of being more empathetic to people. I've always valued empathy, but I think it's really easy to empathize with somebody who's going through something you can relate to. There are so many things we go through every day, and we get upset about it, or we get upset with people, whether it's at work or at church or just in the streets, at the store. And I have been so slow to anger and so slow to judgment, and really trying to just, I'm not gonna go up to everybody and ask them what they're going through, but just be mindful that somebody could be going through something, and that half the things we get upset about are not life and death situations. After going through a life and death situation, I've been able to put more things into perspective and show more empathy to people. Another thing I've learned is to appreciate the things around us so much more. Whether it's random conversations with your friends or spending time with your family, truly cherishing those moments. And I know it sounds cliche, but a lot of times we go through those motions, and I get annoyed sometimes. I'll be right in the middle of a movie and somebody will call me, and for some reason that always really just like, it's almost like they timed it. But now I'm just like, I'm grateful that I have that person in my life to be able to call me. I've started to appreciate these things, and it's not just the people in my life, it's the beauty of the world around us. At any moment, I could be driving down a road and have mountains on one side and beach on the other, and just the most wonderful scenery, but because I'm so focused on getting to the job or getting to the next thing, I never really take time to smell the roses. And so I've been more mindful of that here lately, and I've really taken time to appreciate the beauty that is the world that we live in. And one of the final things that I'll share with you is the importance of communications. I've really started thinking about how to better communicate with all the folks in my life, because there are a lot, and it's hard to call everybody. But how can we be better about making sure the people that need to know that we love them? So I'll end it there, but I will say it does feel a little bit better to be back into the real world. One thing my brother wanted for me more than I wanted for myself was for me to use my voice and to help people. And I haven't been doing that, and one of the last conversations we had was around this topic. He had just accepted his calling to preach and be in the ministry, and he really felt like I was called to have my own ministry, not in the pulpit, but just by way of whatever medium I could find to help people. And so I'm going to do better about that. I don't believe I can move on because I don't think love is finite. It doesn't go away when someone passes on. I believe that love is everlasting, and so I won't move on, but I will move forward with the love that I have for him in my heart always. And so again, thank you guys for the love and support. I will be continuing to use my voice, and this is an unfortunate way to wrap up a year, but it's also an opportunity for me to reflect back on my life, and am I using the tools God's given me to the best of my ability? And right now the answer is no, but that's changing right now.